Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're doing a De La Soul tier list, and I've done two tier lists before this one. I've done a Tribe Called Quest and a Wu-Tang members tier list, so I will put that up there. I'll also put my whole music / record related videos up there too. That's the playlist right there. But yeah, De La Soul are probably like my third favorite rap group after Wu-Tang and a Tribe Called Quest. Obviously, very recently, Trueboy the Dove passed away, so rest in peace to him. Yeah, it's great to see all of their music back on Spotify and all streaming devices. Obviously, before this, I'd listened to every single one on YouTube, which was just such a pain, because whenever you turn your phone off, the sound goes off and stuff like that. But yeah, not much else to say other than let's get into it. So De La Soul are like I said, one of my favorite rap groups. They got an amazing discography, and I re-listened to all the albums again when it came out on Spotify, but got the tier list up. I'll probably have to add a couple more rows underneath that. Alright, so let's get into it. So their first album, 3 Feet High and Rising. In my opinion, that's their best album. The positive vibes, the peaceful sort of sound, the unique jazzy samples that they use. It's just an easy S tier for me. A perfect album in my opinion. I've got the cassette tape right here. I've got the CD here too, like that. And then I've also got a record, which is like an original record, original UK record. Got this for only 30 quid. If you want to see where I got all my records from, just again click on that playlist up there. They should all be up there. I do have a new record coming very soon from Rough Trade in a green disc color, but that's got like delayed to like the end of March, which is annoying, but by the time this video comes out I should probably have it. But yeah, one of my favorite albums of all time, and if you like hip-hop then you definitely need to listen to this. And whenever you're like feeling down or like a bit upset, just put on this album and your spirits will be uplifted straight away. That's what it kind of does to you. Any moment. Will hit the top 10. It's really like a positive vibe. Favorite songs are I Know, Tread Water, Say No Go. Now let's get right on down to the skit. A baby is brought into a world of pits, and if we could have talked that soon in a delivery room, it was obviously the magic number was on the Spider-Man soundtrack at the end credits. My Lawn is also a great song too, but there are many good songs on this album. So yeah, this is probably De La Soul's best album. It's an easy 10 out of 10 and an easy S tier for me. Okay, moving on to their second album, De La Soul Is Dead. Back once more with the wall up in the store. Smash about a riff shit and make you rock your hip. Revival of the roller boogie and the ricochet to make you think about the time we spoke fun instead of fight. Released just 2 years after, 1999. A little backstory to this is that when 3 Feet High and Rising came out, because of their sort of positive, peaceful vibes, they were named as like hippies. So they were called like a hippie rap group. They were called as hippies, and they didn't like that. So what they did was they basically killed themselves. De La Soul is dead. They killed the flower pot. They killed the daisies, they broke the flower pot. Yeah, De La Soul Was Dead became a thing. So I think, and it shows this in the album because the beats aren't as positive as the other ones. It's a little bit, there's a few more sort of darker beats and a few more sort of hip hop based beats, with obviously some really nice positive sounding ones like Roller Skating, Jam named Saturday. But yeah, I love this album so much. It's an easy S again for me, 10 out of 10. These are the two of their best albums in my opinion. Back-to-backs, one of the best back-to-back album releases of all time. One of the best sophomore albums of all time too. You know, you got songs like Oodles of O's, Ring Ring Ring, Saturdays. My favorite is Keeping the Faith. I never do the baseball with you again, yo. I never do the baseball with you, cause your hoop chick who was so smooth. Was it such a sin to let me in? Hooked by your
ever some shyness? Want that bush, nurture from Flatbush.
And then you also got Fanatic B-Word, which is also great. And let's not forget the classic Millie pulled a pistol on Santa. That was crazy. So basically, when like I was in the bath, right, when I first listened to this song, what I do is I turn all the lights off just so I can relax a little bit when I'm in the bath. And then I was listening to the song. If you don't know what the song is, then basically it's a girl called Millie who's being abused by her father, and towards the end she just gets angry that she gets a pistol and shoots her dad. Yeah.
This is the styling for a title that sounds silly, but nothing silly but the trifling times of Millie.
The lyrics go, yeah, the father was, I believe, a social worker, or that's at least what they say. And then they say, I went around his house to watch my favorite races, and that's when Millie became one of my favorite faces.
He bring me to his crib to watch my favorite races. That's how his daughter Millie became one of my favorite faces.
I guess the father got the same feeling, actually finding his own daughter Millie appealing, which is crazy.
I guess the father must have got the same feeling. I mean, actually finding his own daughter Millie appealing.
And then it goes into like, it's a shame that Millie became a victim to a touchy game.
At the time, no one knew, but it was a shame that Millie became a victim of the touchy game.
Millie, haven't been in school for a week, how you feeling? I guess the father was giving Millie's bruises time for healing.
But when Millie and him got home, he was more of a villain. While she slept and he crept inside her bedroom, and he would toss her, then would force her to give him headroom. Millie tried real hard to let this hell not happen, but when she fussed, he would just commence to slap.
Yo, Dylan, man, Millie's been out of school for a week, man. What's the deal?
I guess he was giving Millie bruises time to heal.
Just so messed up. And I'll be honest, in that bathroom, when it's dark, I was getting a little bit uncomfortable because the beat is really sort of chilling. It's got that horror effect to the beat too. It made me think like, what happened to all the peace and the love? But I guess they're just showing some reality in the rapping. But the beat itself and the rapping in it is quite cool, but it's not a song that, you know, you want to listen to all the time because it's kind of messed up. But yeah, it's still a good song. But yeah, the album itself is amazing, and it's easily held up to the quality of 3 Feet High and Rising. But yeah, I've also got the vinyl for this too. Got this from the same store that I got the 3 Feet High and Rising. This is another UK original 91, 45 quid, decent amount of money, but the record itself is flawless. If that's the word. What does flawless mean? Yeah, like I said, album itself is amazing. It's got some amazing songs with amazing beats. So yeah, I love it so much. Okay, the third album, Balloon Mind State, released 1993.
I was born in the boogie down cat scan, when my builder fell down on the rat scan. People sold a super one a trip to the P now. While I settle off the shores of the Long Island, my father's clean up.
This album was also very good. It's a lot more sort of jazz driven than any of their other albums. And if I'm being honest, there are a couple skips within the album, but they got rid of the skits, which I was very happy about, because after a little bit it did get annoying to have to like skip all the skits, and especially when I'm listening to it on a vinyl record, it's hard for me to skip the skits. Like, I don't know if I'm meant to skip the skits, they just kind of get a little bit annoying after a little bit. My favourite tracks, Break of Dawn, I Am I Be, and of course Ego Tripping Part 2, which I love so much. That's such a cool song. Amazing, but it just didn't really live up to these two up here. I think it's gonna go in the B tier. It's a good like 8 out of 10 album for me. Didn't really live up to that A tier right there, which would be a 9 out of 10, but still it's a flawless album. Definitely recommend it. A lot more jazz driven, like I said, and it's an 8 out of 10 album. Very decent.
As we go a little something like this. Look, ma, no protection. Now I got a daughter named Ayana Monet, and I can play the cowboy to rustle in the dough, so the scenery is healthy with her eyes lay.
Some people will say that's their favourite album. I might get a little bit hated for putting it in B, but it is what it is. Okay, 3 years later they released The Stakes is High. So this was basically their like last chance, that's what they were told. And if they didn't release a good album, then they were done, because Wu-Tang and Nas and Biggie just popped out of nowhere. And they said that if they were not going to release a good album, then they were probably going to get kicked off the label or just like be done. Therefore, the name is called The name of the album is called Stakes is High. I love this album so much. It's going in a beautiful album. It's got a lot of boom bap based beats, which I really like because Postanous's voice goes so well with those ones, and then you got Trugoy who does a little bit of like singing in this album too. You know, you got songs like Stakes is High, of course, The Business, Once Again, Long Island, It's So Easy.
Money makes a man strange. We got to rearrange that. Makes the world go round. Listen, I don't know. Gotta change the way it's going down. Fell in love with this fish who got caught in my mesh. But yo, she burned my scene up like David Koresh.
I love this album so much. They obviously succeeded because they released 4 other albums after this, and this album itself was an amazing album. I don't think it has a single skip, maybe one or two. But yeah, this was released in 1996. I would put this on the same level as other albums like All Eyes on Me and maybe even ATLiens, which also released that year.
I speak divine of God theories, no need to be hot. Always exhale the facts, cause I don't inhale lot. Play the greater man's game to bounce off my losses, so I could earn the acres, the houses, the horses. Of course, it's much greater than...
It didn't really live up to these two up here, but it is living up to a 9 out of 10 in the A tier for me. We'll go just in front of Balloon Mind State, which is down here because I just love the beats in this album, but overall Stakes is High is amazing. Okay, we're now entering the 2000s. Mosaic Thump.
Don't scandalize mine. I spend too much time straight talk with the catch that etch my line walk. Never fetch it for crime. Hawk, who goes there?
Yo, it's a squeeze of 5 fingers, puffing smoke in the bed, shining black like...
This album, I think Mosaic Thump, is that how you pronounce it? This album is really overhated. People say this is like De La Soul's worst album, which is crazy because it's not that bad. Like, I'd give it a solid 7 out of 10 in the C section. What's a C-section? Is that when someone gets cut open to get a baby out? That's what I think I've heard on like a TV show or something. But no, yeah, this is it's going in the C tier. Mosaic Thump. It is alright, you know, it's got some nice beats. It's a massive step down from all these ones up here. But it's still alright. Maybe not a 7 out of 10, maybe a 6 to 7 out of 10 I'd give it. But it's a decent one. Got some good songs like My Rights, Free a City, of course Ooh, which is a great song, and All Good featuring Chaka Khan.
I wish that you could be a little bit more upfront. Way the situation how you want. The loving that you claim is just a 4-letter word. The 3rd letter's inviting, so visualize the verb. You curve thought ways when you're handling the candelabra. So you're sitting on the baby grand.
It kind of seems wrong to have Balloon Mind State right above it, so I'm gonna move that up. Yeah, that looks better because I don't know, it's just that the difference between these albums up here and that one, it's a real big step down. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that. Balloon Mind State, it does deserve to go into that 9 out of 10 section. I was kind of being a little bit harsh with it, but Mosaic Thump, not that bad. Don't know why people rate it so low, but a year after they released A.I.O. by Onyx.
When I stand to your dark browns, I get overwhelmed, overjoyed, overstep my bounds on your touchy subject. Your weight shapes not what I think.
I don't know what to say about this album. It was trash. It's going in the E section. I don't know how people rate this above Mosaic Thump. Like, I don't even remember any songs from this album. Don't remember any good songs. Like, I think there was one called like Baby Fat or something like that, and that was like an alright song, but overall it just didn't have any replay value. If it did, then I would have played more songs and I would have like remembered the songs. But yeah, the fact that they put this above Mosaic Thump is crazy, but it's going in the E. That means it's like a 5 out of 10 album, which means it's like mid, and it is mid. So yeah. The Grind Date, 2004.
From the top of the key for 3 villain. Been on in the game as long as he can really swing. Turn the corner spinning, bust that ass and get up. Dust off the mask, whoever laugh, give him a head up. He got jumped, it pumped his adrenaline. He said it made him tougher than a bump of raw medicine.
A pretty good album, it's alright. I'm gonna put it in D. Yeah, it was okay, it's decent. It's a lot better than Bionics, but not as good as Mosaic Thump in my opinion. It's got some good songs, some nice beats, you know, Days of Our Lives, The Grind Day, Rock Cocaine Flow with MF Doom, which I really enjoyed.
I'm a rhyme artist, out here trying to grind my hardest. Up early so to milk the cow. Keep my John Deere out here plowing the fields to keep my John Hancock's worth up in the now.
The album was alright, kind of getting down to this like mid-level, but yeah, it was alright. I'd give it a strong 6 low 7, I guess. But yeah, that was it. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible. Anonymous Nobody, we're getting into the 10s.
You consider them kings, about to icing on cakes. Chariots cruise at tortoise speeds. Lay your bifocals on royalties. Longer than Sears catalog, stern like Matadors, infallible actual LP.
Released 2016, it's going in D again. It was okay. We have some good songs like Royalty Capes, Memory of, and of course Pain with Snoop Dogg, which I enjoyed.
Nowhere to 4-letter mo better. Slow pain, no gain, go get her. Change like the weather, solid as a rock, small piece of leather, but well put together.
But I'd give it again a strong 6, 7- out of 10. Like the Grind Day, it's a good album, but just doesn't stand out like these ones up here. Hate me all you want in the comments. This is the rate, this is the ranking that I'm giving it. This might be quite harsh for these 3 down here. These ones, I don't know, I just didn't enjoy it. It's not because they're like new or anything, it's just I didn't enjoy it. These ones up here were full of hits, but this, not really. So yeah, that's about it. Like I said, De La Soul, they're great. They had a great start to their career, and towards the end they sort of, like most rappers, sort of got a little bit bad. Unlike A Tribe Called Quest, who released an album in 2016 which were better than like 2 of their 90s albums. But yeah, this is just the rating that I'm giving it. Let me know what you think in the comments of this ranking. Probably you guys won't like it, but yeah, this is how I'm ranking it. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications. Get me to 300. I'm on like 210, which is nowhere near 300, but yeah, that'd be a dream come true. I'm hoping that these tier lists will blow up because I have no other ideas, and I'm filming like 2 more of these today, and I'll be releasing them about once a week. So yes, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.